Am I the a-hole for admitting I don't care about my mom's on and off again boyfriend or his daughter? I 15 am. Only have my mom for family. I never knew my dad, and my mom didn't either. He was a one-night stand who gave her a fake name at the time, and she could never track him down. My mom's family were pretty toxic and chaotic when she was growing up, and she's told me some stuff about it. Drugs are a big thing in her family, so she kept me away. She's dated a lot over the years, but I only ever knew one of those guys, and that was Chris. Chris and my mom met when I was 8, and they've been on and off ever since. Chris has an 8-year-old daughter, who he's raising alone too. I didn't know Chris all the time he and my mom have dated. I was 10 when he was first introduced to me. They were together a little while before breaking up again. But after that breakup, Chris started bringing his daughter when he'd meet up with mom, and when I'd be there. There were times we'd all go somewhere together for the day. Last time my mom and Chris were together, we even went on vacation together, but they broke up not long after. I never bonded with Chris or his daughter, and I used to try and find ways to get out of hanging out with them. When Chris and his daughter came over, I'd try to make plans to spend time with friends, so I wasn't babysitting or having her follow me around, which she did a lot. I always liked it more when they weren't around, and when the last breakup happened, I was relieved. Chris is kinda weird to me in that I don't hate the guy, but I don't vibe with him. There were some times he acted like he was my dad, and tried to push me do stuff he'd make his son do. Like play football. Or he'd tell me I had a responsibility to our family, even though we never lived together, and I was never left in his care really. I might be alone in the room with him, but never in the house. Other times he looked disappointed I was there. And a few times it was like he was angry I had plans and wouldn't stay to play with his daughter. He never said he was mad, to me anyway, but it was the vibe I got from him. Mom told me he never said anything, but she thought maybe he was disappointed. Then a couple of weeks ago, Mom asked me to come talk to her after school, and she said there were some things to discuss. Chris was there when I got home, and they told me they wanted to make a real go of it and get married, but Mom said it was important to know how I felt about Chris and his daughter being a part of our family. Either Chris being a dad if I wanted or a stepdad, and his daughter being my little sister. I asked Mom if I could talk to her alone. Chris said he wanted to hear it, that him and his daughter loved me and wanted us to be a family. He said he didn't know that I felt the same way. He said I didn't look too happy to see him there. I told them I was happier when they broke up. I told Mom if she wanted to marry Chris, I'd accept it. She told me that didn't sound like I wanted her to. I told her not really. Chris asked why when we've known each other for years. He asked if I didn't care about him and his daughter at all. I said I didn't care. Mom asked Chris to give us some time to talk, and Mom and I talked. She wanted to know more about my feelings, and I told her. I was honest with her that I didn't think I'd ever see Chris or his daughter as my family, but I could accept them as hers. And I would never want to stop her from being happy. Chris really is pissed now. He wants Mom and him to get married, and for his daughter to have a more stable family. But apparently she really felt some bond or whatever with me and my mom, and he doesn't want her to live with a one-sided relationship. He and my mom were arguing a few times. Mom said I couldn't help how I feel, and they could wait and try dating for a few years before getting married. He didn't want to take his daughter's chance at having a mom there while she's still young. I don't think they know what they'll do now. Am I the a-hole?